9 of Serenova Crafts. I'm your host, Jessica. I can be found as Serenova on Ravelry and Twitter, and as Serenova Crafts on Instagram. You can find the show notes for today's episode on my blog or in the Ravelry group, and also a link to the show notes in the Facebook group. Everything is linked down below if you are on YouTube. Feel free to come join the Facebook group. You can ask me questions. I post VKN links, all that stuff. Speaking of the VKN, the Virtual Knit Nights, I will not be hosting one this week. I have to work a closing shift tomorrow, thus I wouldn't be able to start the VKN until about 9:30 p.m. my time, which is East Coast U.S. time. So I'm just going to say no VKN this week. Hopefully next week I will be able to host the VKN. I am planning on it, fingers crossed. Let's see. There's a few things I wanted to talk about. So this is my 99th episode, meaning that if I get an episode out next week, it will be episode 100. Yay, 100 episodes, can you believe it? Actually, last week was my podiversary, since I've been now doing this podcast for 2 years. Can you believe it? Like, I had no idea when I started recording on a whim in 2015 that 2 years later I'd still be doing it. But I am going to do a couple of giveaways, so I'm going to post some threads in the Ravelry group, and there's going to be a giveaway for each of my paid patterns that I have up for sale on Ravelry. One is my sock pattern, one is my scarf/stole pattern, and then I will also give away just one pattern credit, like $6 pattern of your choice credit to a winner as well. So there'll be 3 winners, one thread. I will just do 3 draws from the same thread. It's going to be 1 entry per person, must be a member of the group to win. And so, because I'm not sure I'll actually record next week, because I am starting my classes, like my training classes for like certification and stuff, I might not be able to record until the week after. If I do record next week, I will simply do a reminder and then draw on the 101st episode. So I'll give you 2 weeks no matter what. Speaking of draws, I need to actually do a draw for the December finished objects thread, because I didn't get a chance to do that because, again, I didn't record last week. So let me just go to my group on Ravelry and pull it up. So the December finished object thread, there was 22 entries because there was 23 posts. I'm the first one. There's my phone. I have the random number generator on my phone. Just need to get my phone in reach. Just need to pull it up. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. Scroll. Where is my random number generator? Where are you? There we go, randomizers. Okay, minimum is 2 to 23. And will it show you? 10. Post 10 is the winner. And post 10 is Imicole. Again, you are on a roll. So you have won the drawing. Let me know what you would like, and I will get that to you. I'm just going to make a note that you won again. So I have to lean forward to reach the screen because my computer's sitting on the coffee table. So once this goes up, by the time this goes live on YouTube, there will be a thread in the Ravelry group for the giveaway for the 100th episode, and then there will also be a thread for the January finished objects, which I actually for once have something I can put in there. I have no stash. I've lost a bit of my knitting mojo, but it's coming back now. I did finish a project last night. It's not blocked, the ends aren't woven in nothing, but I did bind off. So it's not gen finished, but it is off the needles. And that is my first ohm shawl. Here it is. So I'll fold it in half so you can see it better. I've decided that this one is going to be gifted to my friend Stephanie. I'm not sure if she actually watches the podcast, and she knows I'm giving it to her anyway, so I'm not really ruining any surprise. You can see the color work and the colors. The yarn on this is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes Worsted in Cloud. The pink is Blossom Heather, Hyacinth, and Whirlpool. I will link my project page in the show notes, and you can go and look and see. I actually knit this tighter than gauge, so I used less yarn than I should have, but she's like my size. Her torso's a little skinnier than me, but we're about the same height and everything, so I know that'll fit her no problem. I also have been working on, because if you remember from a couple of weeks ago, I did start a second one. So today, because I finished the first one, I was working on the second one. So I did finish the color work on this one, and now I'm into the main body. So I'm basically just doing the same pattern twice. I'm on a bit of a kick on that for some reason, because I'm knitting 2 Daybreak shawls as well, which, speaking of those, I really need to work on those. I really need to get a vest done, too, that I got to mail to the people up in Maine. So here we go. This doesn't look reddish on screen, but it is, in fact, a very deep, like wine Merlot red, even though it doesn't look like that. Is it actually called Merlot? What's the... Nutmeg. Oscuro. Oscuro. And the contrast colors in this are Madeleine Tosh. 2 of them are Tosh DK, the Mare and the Nutmeg. So the blue and like the orange are Tosh DK, and the Oscuro, which is the red, is Tosh Vintage. But I'm knitting it at such a gauge that you can't tell the difference between them. Like you can't tell that they're not the same weight. And the Tosh DK is actually pretty thick, so I'm not surprised that it works up like a worsted. So I'm not worried about it at all. So hopefully, I'll finish this soon. I know I shouldn't start another project because I have plenty of whips, but I am doing winter camp. I don't know if you've been following me since last year. You remember that I hosted a team last year for winter camp. Well, between my job and the fact that I'm starting these classes next week and all that stuff, I'm not hosting this year, but I am participating. So I'm just, I need to start my projects for that because whips don't count. It has to be cast on after January 1st or later. So nothing that I've just shown you counts. So even though I finished a project, it doesn't count for anything for winter camp. Let's see. Talked about that. Again, no BKN tomorrow night, again, because I'm working next week. There should be one, because I have class on Thursday, but not work. No, excuse me, I have work, not class, but it's a midday. It's an open shift, so I should be good. And let's see, I've been having some really short episodes recently. I know that, that's not everyone's thing. Some people like the long episodes, some people like the short episodes. But I definitely think as we go into spring, my knitting mojo is coming back. I got so overwhelmed with work in the fall. Like after I got back from Rhinebeck, we went straight into holiday season at work, and that just took so much energy from me that I just haven't had the energy to knit. And I've been on a reading kick too. I've wanted to read more than anything. So I think my knitting mojo is on its way back, and I should be, whipping stuff out again at a fairly decent pace. So hopefully I will see you next week. If not, I will see you the week after. Remember, go enter the giveaways, and I guess I will just see you next time. Bye!